Hey, what's up everybody, BDF 44 coming at you with another video. Now I'm having a interesting time getting out of here. I was able to charge my phone. It was actually a charger right below my mother's area where she's buried. So that was really cool. I was able to charge it up to 80%, but I was ready to get up out of here because it's a 2-hour trip home and I'm gonna be hungry by the time I get home. So I figured it'd be a great time to get out of here. Now on this side, it's best to catch the K line to get to where my mama's at. If you want to catch the train, it's this place is so big that there's a train station closer to the side my mom is actually buried on. She said it's a little bit of a ways. I spoke to a lady. I can hear the train. It's over there where my mom is buried. I do not want to walk all the way over there to get out of here, yo. There's got to be another way to exit the property on this side so I can catch that K line and get up out of here. But they gonna have me walk all the way across the property, which is another 30 minutes walk, which I don't want to do. So I'm trying to find a groundskeeper and go about it that way. But I do not want to go on the other side when I know I can catch a train. If I just hop the fence where my mama's at, just hop the fence over there, I can hear the train. So that's one of them type of things where it's like, all right, now that I've come here, I know exactly what I need to do to come back. Catch that K line. Wasn't able to find Karen's brother because they have a different last name than Karen does. He has a different last name than her. So when I put the information in the thingy, nothing came up. And so it is what it is. But I did say a prayer for them for sure, for their family. To pay my respects to him as well as my mother. But yeah, I couldn't find him. So it is that. But you know, I really want to get up out of here, to be honest with you. I have no interest in being here anymore. I have done all the praying and charging and random walking around that I want to do on this property. Now I want to get out of here, and there should be easy access to leave. If not enter, definitely leave. And so I'm a bit frustrated about the fact that I can't just walk up out of here right next to where my mama's at. I get not wanting to have easy access in and out though. I got some weird people in this world. You don't want them to just be able to get to you and be buried here in peace. But people pay a lot of money to be buried here too. That's another thing. But you know, it was good to spend time in the presence of my mother. Oh, she's no longer in this world. She's definitely somewhere where I can pay my respects. So it felt good to do that. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just in a very peaceful space. I wish she was in the flesh with me so I could spend Thanksgiving with her. That's, I guess, where the solitude would come from for me. She's been gone for so long, so far be it for me to be sitting up here acting like this just happened. I've settled in with this a long time ago. But it would be wonderful if it just didn't happen, because she died too early in life. 69, freaking cancer, man. But you know, I was thankful to have had her for many years. She had me at 38 years of age, 1 year younger than I am right now. And I had my mom for 31 years, man. And I don't know if I took advantage of that as much as I should have. Once she moved out of my apartment, it wasn't the easiest thing in the world. Excuse me, how do I exit on foot? How do I leave? How do I get to the street over here? Straight through there, I can go to the street?
Oh, you wanna go to the street?
Yes, sir.
Just keep going.
Uh-huh.
You can see the street over there.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
There is the main office. Keep going and
Uh-huh.
you're gonna see the street right there.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, so that's what I wanted. To find somebody who works on the grounds to get me up out of here. But as I was saying, you know, cancer stole my mama away early. Stole my auntie early. It took my grandmother. She lived to her 90s, but it stole her in moments. She wasn't able to really fight it. She didn't have time. And so cancer is just taking so much from me, and I wonder if it's gonna be my out too, to be honest with you. You lose this many people to cancer, you just wonder if that's the way the Lord wants to have it for your fate. But I hope not. I mean, who knows, one way or another way, I want a full life out of this thing. That's the bottom line. But I also want to live for something. I don't want to live here for 93 years having kept quiet while things were happening that I should have spoke up on. I'd rather leave now than die a coward of the mouth like a lot of y'all. Just being honest, living the way we seeing right now, the way things are, I don't have a whole lot of patience. When I think about walking through this cemetery and all the people that lost kids over the last several weeks, this bull crap, people not wanting to speak up, it's frustrating for me to see that when I know I'm still dealing with my mother's passing, people losing babies that are coming out the womb, having the suffering and stuff. I heard of a story, probably ain't the right time to say it, but it's a therapy session, I'm gonna say it anyway. This man had to perform anesthesia on his own child. Surgery without anesthesia on his own child, because these people then depraved them of the proper things for humane surgeries and things like that. It's like, man, if y'all don't throw these people in jail, man, or worse, all these individuals who are allowing this to happen and making it so that this is what the reality is for these people. You got children. That anesthesia was needed. That child died. That man killed his own child. And he did not want to, not by any stretch of the imagination. You understand what I'm saying? But he had to perform the surgery, and the child died because the surgery was too painful. He died of pain. Like, if you don't throw these people in jail who enabled this inhumane way of suffering for these people, like, I have so much anger in my heart for that. In real life, I have so much anger for everybody who's letting that happen, for everybody who's not speaking up. You are why that happened to that specific person. And guess what? It's about 6,000 more of them. 6,000. So that's where I'm at with that. I'm coming out of a cemetery. My mother died years ago, and I'm still feeling that. And you got people out here saying that goddamn thing. Which way do I go? About these kids dying, man. I think it's this way. I think that's the train station, but I ain't sure, man. I honestly ain't sure. But people ain't saying nothing. Ain't saying a dang thing. These people are suffering horrible ills. While y'all sit back and chill. Well, they're gonna take over anyway. That type of thinking, like they're in charge, so it's politics. It ain't no damn politics when you got kids suffering. There ain't no politics. If that's your politics, and everybody who's politicking the other way needs to be in jail for the accomplishing the murder of all these people and all these children. Children! Wasn't that like a sacred word back in the day where you're like, yo, we're going to protect children no matter what? Children are protected. Like, I grew up, you protect children. Children needs to be protected. Even if we don't protect ourselves, we're going to protect the kids. And y'all ain't thinking like that in 2023? Y'all fine with babies dying over here? That's how we moving in 2023? It's okay to a child lose their life in some torturous, inhumane way so that y'all can stifle gas from their country? And it's politics, right? That's where we're at. Morality is skirted in such a way that is considered politics. Well, maybe we should cease fire, maybe we should not. Maybe you should go to jail. Maybe you need to be in the electric chair. That's what I think. I legitimately think that. All those people lobbying for this to continue, you probably, in real life, deserve the chair. But because you control everything, you get to do your selective humanity, I guess it's okay to let people die so long as it falls in line with politics. So when somebody else is politicking whether or not it's okay to do these things to your country, and they're like, well, humanity aside, I mean, it just makes sense for us to just let them die so we can take their gas. When that's going down, you just remember you did that to somebody else. You let that happen to somebody else. Selective humanity, selective reasoning in regards to humanity it's horrible. It's horrible that we think this way. It's horrible that we allow others to think this way. And the fact of the matter is, this ain't no democracy. Because when I sit up and I look at kids dying in my phone in inhumane ways and I'm seeing suffering, I see a 7-year-old boy carrying a newborn baby in a white sheet today. That's the image that's going around today. And you want to tell me something about some politics? I think you deserve the chair. I really do. I would totally lobby for you to die. Because I think that that's humane. I think that makes sense. I think you're allowing kids to die, and I think that you're an accomplice for murder on a massive scale, which gives it a different understanding when 7,000 people, 11,000 people have died because of what you're okaying. You need to be in the ground. I'm just being honest. But because we selective politics, selective humanity, or however else you want to word it, people like that get to continue, and the worst thing they get to hear is, we're not voting for you. Because everybody's afraid to say what they really need to be saying. But let a human being, a regular guy, and you find out he did that, the first thing they're going to be like, oh, is he capital punishment? He ain't never getting out of jail, and if he do, it's going to be in a bag. But since it's somebody in a position of power, we sitting up here acting like it's not the same thing. Let me tell you, I'm not acting like that. That ain't how my mind works, that ain't how my spirit works. I will celebrate when justice comes for all of those people that lost their lives in Gaza. I will celebrate that. And however that justice comes, that's up to the God I serve. But do not think for 1 second that I'm looking at somebody who's wearing a suit and has been voted in office and thinking, well, because they've been voted in office, they deserve a pass. Just get them out of office. No, that ain't what justice look like. Ain't what justice look like if I was to murder somebody. Ain't what justice look like. When people are suffering at the hands of an establishment, no. That's murder on a massive scale. And so I want to live in a world where we treat people who do that the same way you're going to treat me if I were to do that. I killed 6 people, they putting me in jail forever, putting me in the ground, giving me the electric chair. These people killing 6,000 of them, and we talking about, oh, they just got to leave office. Leave office? That ain't the only thing they need to be leaving. Somebody had to say it. And they silencing everybody who does, as if that's going to change the fact that we all saw it. We're all paying attention to what you did. We all know you don't care about the survival of children so long as they don't look like you. If they look like you, then it's, oh, well, hold on now. That's my child. When it's a Palestinian child, it's like, well, it's politics. Well, I mean, if we cease fire, I had listened to an idiot today, educated fool, get on TV and say, well, you know, what happened to Israel was considered just inhumane. But when you consider what Israel's doing to Gaza, I mean, I'm not a lawyer, so I can't really say if it's genocide, if it's illegal, if they've committed war crimes. I can't really say because I'm not a lawyer. But whatever happened to them, I could totally condemn. It's like, boy, if you don't get out of here and get into a jail cell, please. Like the fact that people like that get on TV and say stuff like that is something that we need to change, man. Those of us who have a sense of what's right and wrong in our hearts and minds, we need to put it into action that people like that go to jail. You don't get to stay out here and make that type of decision. Not if we're doing things correctly, no. You're going to jail. Just like anybody else who allows something like that to happen. You go to jail. You don't collect gold. You don't go past go. You don't collect $200. None of that. You go to jail. You're letting people die at the hands of you and what it is that you believe makes sense for you. Go to jail. And they want to talk about, oh, you can't say certain phrases that support that because you're promoting violence. Promoting violence? The same violence that they're committing on children? But it ain't children, it's politics. Because of course the money has to move a certain way. So if the money can't move a certain way, then obviously we got a problem. The money needs to be moving. So, like, I'm so sick of these devils. Y'all need to go to hell fast. So the world can be a better place. Literally. Literally. Because it ain't safe for Palestinian children. It ain't safe for children who you turn your attention to. Whoever you want to get next. Who is it now? They didn't turn their attention to somebody else. Saw footage of this lady who was basically a journalist. I don't think she was from Gaza. I think she was from a neighboring country. Shot her up right after she finished getting on TV talking about something that happened. Soon as she finished what she had done on TV, they targeted her, shot her down within an hour of that being filmed. I'm seeing stuff like that in my phone. On the hot top of the screen, I'm seeing her talking. On the bottom of the screen, I see a dead body. And the guy who was filming her dead body over on the left, I'm like, what is the world I'm in? And people are just sitting up like, yeah, it's fine, because, we're going to get the gas. We're going to get the gas from there. So if we get the gas, then we can make millions, billions of dollars, trillions over time, of course. So, it's just something that has to happen. Like, no, you need to go. You need to go. You ain't got no right to do that. And the fact that you reserve the right to do that is furthermore a reason why you need to be stopped. You need to go. And I'm a bad guy for saying it apparently, but that logic is falling apart because ain't nobody in their right mind even think that anymore. You guys are just trying to silence the world as we all can collectively tell you that's some bullcrap. Collectively. The whole world, outside of those who support Israel and who don't know what's going on, a lot of them gonna find out what's going on and then they're gonna be sad. It's like, oh, this is what was happening? Yeah, we were trying to tell you. Just like I was telling my homegirl Brunzy 4 weeks ago, like, yo, this ain't what you think it is. Talking about she stand with Israel. Not if you know what the hell's going on, you don't. I've known you my whole life. You don't stand with Israel. You just think you do based on the lies they're telling and the fact that you believe it. You don't stand with them. They fucking crazy. Literally. Out of their damn mind. And people are enabling that nonsense because they don't have any sense in their own minds. And you think I'm about to enable that? As a person of God, just because they took the name of the Lord's city or what have you and call it the same thing, now I'm supposed to just roll with that? Man, please. Ain't that type of stupid, and you shouldn't be either. Stop letting people do evil in the name of things that they call politics. That ain't no damn politics. That's evil. That's biblical evil, fam. They are allowing people to die. Children to die. Suffer even. They ain't even kill them humane. It's bad enough they kill them in a humane way. They ain't even doing that. They're letting people suffer and screaming and all kinds of weird stuff. Blowing them up, babies, arms missing, all types of stuff that you should never have to see in your lifetime. I've seen it in my phone, and so have millions of others. And we're still seeing it because they're still doing it. And they've got these officials out here saying, well, and my thing is, I do believe justice will come, but a lot of these people are going to go in their graves before they get around to actually doing it. And I think that's part of the design. A guy like Biden don't ever have to worry about going to jail because it's going to take about 10, 12 years before they come around and actually get these people for this nonsense. And that's the part that I have a problem with. It's not that I think the justice ain't never going to come. They're going to come around to it just like they did with slavery. 500, 600 years later, they come around and say, well, we condemn that. But the slave owners went into their graves peacefully. Some of them died in their sleep. I'm telling you right now, the world I'm in is going to have to change, man. It's going to have to. The people who think they're going to be able to live in a comfortable world while having allowed this to happen, it's not going to go that way. You're going to find yourself being targeted. If we don't see some justice, believe me, people are going to act up, man. And I ain't talking about myself. Don't look like, oh, he's prompting this. I'm not prompting shit. You're prompting this by doing the things you're doing. By acting all dystopian about stuff. And that's the thing about it. Y'all want to pretend it ain't happening. Act like it ain't happening. It's happening. People are watching it. They're seeing it in their phones. Every 3 minutes is something new. You can act like it ain't happening. You can act like we supposed to just kind of fall in line because eventually it's going to just... No, it ain't going to die down. You traumatize all of us. Nothing's going to die down. Nobody's going to forget what they saw here. I'm going to be 87 years old if I live that long. I'm still going to remember this. They ain't going to be able to die that down. So that's what I got to say. I'm going to be talking about this till I'm done. I don't care how long I live. If I don't see changes, this is going to be part of what we talk about on this camera, because they have traumatized me with this nonsense and are continuing to, as I look at my phone today and see new dead babies, new people have lost their lives, new circumstances such as these. And you think I'm going to be pleased? BDF 44, I thank you all for watching. I'm out.